There's Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined for the first time by the WBA welterweight champion of the world, Eimantas Stanionis. Hope I've pronounced that correctly. How are you?
Yes,
Good. Um, as I say,
I'm good.
WBA. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Every yeah, I think the Wi-Fi is bad for yeah on your part or my part.
Maybe both our parts, but we'll persevere.
Okay.
As I said at the start, you are the WBA welterweight champion. You're undefeated. Why have we not seen you in the ring since May of this year?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just waiting. I told my team that I'm ready to fight anybody. Just give me a date and location, and that's it. I want to fight as much as I can. I like when in the old days everybody was fighting every 2, 3 months. So I want to be active. I know it's annoying, honestly, because I haven't fought when I supposed to fight Virgil for 2 years. Now it's almost coming to an year. So yeah, it's sad, but I'm training and waiting, for my opportunity.
What are your promoters, your manager telling you? Are they offering fights and people are turning you down?
I don't know honestly what's going on. I don't have a manager. I'm self-managed. I have an advisor, Jesse Mercado. So they are working on it, and I hope to have an announcement, soon. So I'm waiting and very excited for it.
Do you think there are reasons why other fighters may be avoiding you?
Yeah, I think I'm, like low risk. Like no, it's like
High
they
risk,
don't
low
want to fight
reward.
me. Yeah, 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 because I'm not known. That's the thing. That's the only one reason. So that's why.
Who would you like to fight? Who are kind of your top three on your hit list if you could choose?
I would love to fight like Jaron Ennis, Brian Norman, all the champions, basically. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that, and hopefully to get some anybody like honestly like if Teofimo I see he wants to move up, or Ryan Garcia wants to fight for a title, so I'm open for every fight. Like I never ducked nobody, I always said yes. So it's no issues on my part of fighting anybody.
Well, let's talk about some of those fighters in a few moments. But first of all, let's get to know you a little better. First of all, tell us how you first got interested in boxing and how you started the sport.
Oh, I started from mixed arts when I was 8 years old. I was winning, and I had like lack of competition. So then I went to boxing, and I got my ass beat. So that what motivated me, to get better. And I was training, started doing good. I become like Lithuanian champion after like 3 months doing boxing. So, and yeah, it was always my like goal was the Olympic Games, so reach that. And I knew from the early age that I want to go, to America and fight professionally. So that was like my dream since the child. I didn't even know if I can reach it, but I had this dream.
Where did that dream come from? Because you started in mixed martial arts. Why was your dream boxing?
I was watching Mike Tyson all the time, it doesn't matter. I was training, MMA, but Mike Tyson was like my idol, and I was like the biggest fan of the boxing. I'm still now, I watch your interviews, Danny, so it's nice, all the interviews, everything. So I'm the biggest fan.
And you said you're from Lithuania, of course.
Yes,
Not a country with a big history of boxing. What
yes.
made you confident that you could get to the top, either as a professional or as an amateur?
I didn't know. I just like the boxing, I just like the training. It's my dream. It's my life. So I was when I train, I feel alive, and it's my place where I feel I enjoy the most.
And as you're going through the amateurs and before you get to the Olympics, who are your influences? Who are you looking up to? Who are your role models?
You mean in Lithuania or
Just
in
generally in
US?
boxing, who do you look to?
I look to like Mike Tyson. That was the first one. Then Miguel Cotto. I like him a lot, like as a person, and as a fighter. And now I like Gervonta Davis, Canelo. So I watching them.
Okay, interesting. And you said your goal was always to have big fights in America. When did that happen? So after you knew you were finished with the amateurs, how did you arrange competing in America?
I got a contract, I got like four offers. I think my style, fit for professional boxing, competing with amateur. So I don't know, I got a contract, and I said I need to pack my bags and go to America now to pursue my dream.
Awesome. And where did you settle in America? Where do you live?
Los Angeles, mainly Los Angeles. I started with Freddie Roach. I was training over there, sparring. I also sparred Miguel Cotto, so it was like a
Amazing.
crazy, crazy and amazing. Yeah, I was for a last year's fight. So yeah, it was. Then I went to Texas with Ronnie Shields. I was training
Mhm.
over there, but yeah, there was like lack of sparring. So then I came back with Marvin Samodia. He's my main trainer. And I also train here in Lithuania with my coach, where we started.
And Marvin Samodio, that's in LA as well.
Yeah, LA. He is like, right hand of the Freddy.
Freddie, yeah. Because he's associated Marvin with Manny Pacquiao, of course.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Did you get to spar Manny?
No, because when he sparred for Spence, when he's supposed to fight Spence, he needs southpaw. So I
Southpaw,
was
of course.
unlucky.
What was it like sparring Cotto? Because he's a hero of yours. Just meeting
Yeah,
him must have been exciting, but to spar him as well.
yeah, yeah. When I went into the ring, it was like crazy. I was thinking, I'm dreaming, what's going on. Yeah, it was good sparring, it's good experience. I was very happy, I got confidence from that sparring, and it's cool. He's like a legend and he's like a very great guy.
Now you're a high volume pressure fighter, I think it's fair to say. Big punch. What are the areas you would like to improve in your boxing game?
Maybe a little bit, moving what I'm doing now, moving with my head, step backs. So, not always going forward like a crazy guy, but
And
more
let's talk,
defensive.
let's talk about some of the rival champions who you mentioned earlier. Starting with Brian Norman, who has the WBO belt. What do you make of him? What are his kind of strengths and weaknesses?
He's young, he just, got a belt. He beat a guy, but he didn't beat nobody, major. So I don't know. I like all the styles, all the matchups, Of course, the Ennis is the biggest name. Also, Mario Barrios has a WBC belt, That will be great. And I don't know, I just want to fight anybody. If they, send me a contract, I'll sign right away.
What do you make of Jaron Ennis? Because recently they were talking about Boots moving up to 154 to fight Virgil Ortiz, who you know pretty well. And then it came to negotiations, and apparently he's now staying at 147. What did you make of that situation?
Yeah, it's crazy, when they said after the fight that he's going maybe move up, and fight for like a big fight, and then he said like stay. It's not a good look, I would sign that contract right away, doesn't matter. I can fight, 140, 147, 154, just need the right opportunity. So yeah, it was crazy. It's not like a good look, I don't know what happened inside. I can't comment on that, but looking from outside, it's not good.
And you say you signed that contract straight away. You've actually been chasing this Virgil Ortiz fight for quite some time, right?
Yeah, yeah. They just offered me, when I won the title, and I said, okay, let's go. It's like beautiful style matches, I'm going to bang, he's going to bang, So it's going to be it would be a great fight, for the fans, excitement.
What did you make of his win over Serhij Bochuk?
Yeah, it was a good fight, I was thinking he's going to win, but not like that, It wasn't like convincingly. I was thinking he's going through that guy, but yeah, it was pretty hard fight.
And now he gets Madrimov in
Yeah.
February. What do you make of that?
Honestly, it's like 50-50 fight. Madrimov moves a lot. He just fought Crawford. He got his experience, so it's not going to be easy. I don't even know who's going to win.
Okay. And you mentioned Mario Barrios there, who's got the WBC belt. They're talking about potentially him defending the title next against Conor Benn, who's a welterweight unbeaten here in the UK. What do you make of that potential fight?
I don't know. Hopefully, I'll fight Mario Barrios instead. He fights, Conor Benn. I want the WBC title also and unification. That will be great. But if they will fight, I don't know. It's also, Conor haven't fought in a while. He had his issues, so I don't know. Honestly, like it's close fight.
But there's a possibility that Conor Benn will fight Chris Eubank Jr. instead up at 160. So you may get Mario Barrios for yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a great matchup, for the England. I follow that, that now they're going for 45, 55 split, but they want 50-50. So yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
they
so
can make it. It's a big fight.
he spoke to Radio Raheem for us last night, Chris Eubank Jr., and said he's insisting on 55-45. He sees himself as the A side of the fight. We interviewed Conor Benn's trainer, Tony Sims, in an interview that's going out today. And he said it has to be 50-50. They both bring the same amount of commercial value to the fight. Have you got a view on it?
I'm leaning towards Crystal Bank. He has like he's like A side. So and the Conor has his issue. Last time he was making weight, I think 154 or 7. So yeah, so I think now everything in his favor should be.
Fair enough. What are your overall ambitions in boxing? You obviously want to unify the division soon, but long term, what do you want to do?
I want to just be in a big fights, exciting fights, and stay active. That's my, main goal, just fight, fight, fight. I like to fight and I like to be in camp, when you are not like in camp, like fully, I'm getting crazy, I don't know what to do. It's my life, I grow with boxing. So yeah, I'm just waiting, for a fight.
And would you like to be on the Riyadh season shows?
Yeah, of course, it's I think every fighter's dream. Now they're doing big things, Turki Al Sheikh is doing great, and they're doing big events.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your life outside of the gym. What do you do? Have you got family with you in Lithuania or in the US?
Yeah, in Lithuania, I live in Lithuania with my wife. So we just go sometimes in the camp. I go, first for like a month or two, then she comes, supports me, do all the other work, like paperwork, what they need to sign or, interviews. So she's doing everything, taking care that, I can train, and don't have any disturbance. So yeah.
I have to say, your English is incredible. Certainly better than my Lithuanian. But have you had like classes, or are you just did you speak English at home as a child? What's the
When I
story?
was a kid, I was playing games, and there was like English, and I knew need some words. I see, one word, check what's in Lithuania, so that's how I learned. But also the school, it's in school I learned the English. But when you are learning, it's different. But when you're practicing, talking with somebody, it's much easier. And also watching the movies.
Okay. Any movies in particular that are good for learning English?
No, I don't remember. It was like back in the day, so.
I've heard a lot of people say before, particularly based in America, that the sitcom Friends apparently is very good for learning English.
Maybe, I don't
I
know. I
don't know if
haven't tried
that's
that.
true, but obviously I probably need to improve my own English. Maybe I should go back and watch it.
No,
Um,
no, you're good. You don't even speak like British.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'll take it. Just before I let you go, tell people out there how they can find you on social media so that they can keep up with your career.
Yeah, so they can watch me, and follow me on Instagram. It's by my name and last name, Eimantas Stanionis. And I hope to have a big fight announcement soon.
Is Stanionis, is it a Lithuanian name?
Yeah, it's Lithuania.
Because when I first saw the name, before I knew who you were or anything like that, I thought you were Greek. 'Cause it sounds like a
Oh,
Greek
wow.
name.
Really? I need to
Yeah,
dig deeper.
yeah, maybe in the history, yeah, ancestry.com. No, really appreciate your time, and I hope you get that fight sooner rather than later.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Have a good day.
And you, Imantas, take care. Bye bye.